Tale and the party's governorship candidate in Bauchi State, Dr. Yakubu Adamu, called for a rejig of the nation's security architecture to better guarantee citizens' safety. While lauding the steps taken by Governor Makinde to ensure the safe return of the abductees, he expressed optimism that the release of the kidnapped teachers and pupils would soon be secured. Governor Muhammad, who expressed his readiness to assist the state government to ensure the release of the abductees, added that the visit also provided him an opportunity to congratulate Governor Makinde on his emergence as the APM's presidential candidate. While commenting on the insecurity in the country, the Bauchi state governor stated that the nation's security architecture required scrutiny to birth greater commitment and better synergy among security operatives, as well as between the security agencies and the citizens. Meanwhile, following the agreement reached at the education stakeholders meeting held 2 weeks ago, private schools in Ogbomoso, Okeogun, and Oyo zones on Monday resumed for normal activities after a solidarity break. The solidarity break observed by NAPS in some districts in the state was to sympathize and express displeasure on the 15th of May attack on 3 schools in Orire local government area of the state. The affected schools are Community High School, Haore Sienle, LA Basic School, Haore Sienle, and First Baptist Church Nursery and Primary School, Yawata. A visit by BCOS News to some schools in the zone revealed that academic activities have resumed fully. It was also observed that some parents and guardians did not release the awards following report of deadly attacks in Okeogun area of the state. Confirming the resumption in a chat with BCOS News, the Ogbomoso District Secretary of NAPS, Pastor Olawale Ojewumi, said the resumption was on resolution arrived at during the last meeting of NAPS executives with concerned stakeholders, he noted that the resumption does not prevent the association from contributing to the measures of securing rescue of the abductees unarmed. Pastor Ojewumi called on the general public not to lose hope, as the abducted victims will be reunited with their families very soon through continued commitment of government. He added that the association will still organize special prayers to seek the face of God again in securing principal teachers and school children who have spent traumatized 32 days in the den of kidnappers. In the meantime, concerned residents of Igbeti, led by the Onigbeti of Igbeti land, Oba Bashir Abioye, have offered special prayers for peace and security in the local government, Oyo State, and the nation at large, as well as for the safe release of the teachers and students recently abducted in Orire local government area of the state. The prayers were held during a special interdenominational prayer session and stakeholders meeting at the Palace of the Onigbeti in Igbeti, Olorunshogo local government area. Speaking at the event, Oba Bashir Abioye explained that the gathering was convened to seek divine intervention and unite people of different religious backgrounds in prayer for the safe return of the abductees. The monarch expressed confidence that the prayer would be answered and commended the efforts of Governor Seyi Makinde in strengthening the state's security architecture. In their separate remarks, the chairman of Olorunshogo local government, Honorable Kazeem Olayanju, and former Director General, Oyo State Mineral Development Agency, OSMIDA, as well as the current Allied People's Movement, APM House of Representatives candidate for the Orelope, Olorunshogo, and Irekpo Federal Constituency, Honorable Abiodun Oni, lauded Governor Makinde's commitment to securing the release of the victims. The highlight of the event was a special prayer session led by Islamic, Christian, and traditional religious leaders. You're watching News Around the World here on BCOS Television. We have a short commercial break. Please stay tuned.
Golden Penny Semovita, you eat with kings. Golden Penny Semovita remains my soup's first choice because it is made from premium wheat and fortified with vitamins and minerals to provide a wholesome bowl food that is easy to mold, smooth to swallow, and pairs well with a variety of Nigerian soups. Choose Golden Penny Semovita, my soup's first choice.
Wearing many hats takes a lot out of you. You always need all the nourishing goodness you can get. Especially if you're someone like me that is a foodie. The ultimate meal companion.
A PhD student.
Rich in B vitamins for focus. Yes, we all need it. Because every side of you deserves to be nourished.
Bible.
Victor, even you, they use money point?
Of course now, they use money point.
Confirm.
Money point, made for your progress.
Alright everyone, no put your ears, make we talk. Time don't reach to rearrange this house to give una small wisdom. Sounds mighty fresh now, but you know, I beg no be so. Before una go talk, say our smile no reach. Make una think I'm twice so. Ever heard of Colgate, the #1 oral care brand in the world?
Colgate Maximum Cavity Protection unlocks 24 hours cavity defense. The formula boost with calcium for lifelong smiles.
Mom, it's a time to brush. No more cover mouth.
Colgate for 24 hours maximum cavity protection.
Oh, remember how mom used to wake up before everybody to make breakfast, iron our uniform? Let's surprise that woman with something special.
Treasure Mom this 2026 with a trip to Zanzibar in the 3 Crowns Mom of the Year competition. Write a note using each letter in your mom's name and upload with a photo of 5,000 Naira worth of 3 Crowns products on our website or at any of our collection centers. T's and C's apply. 3 Crowns Milk. Healthy moms, happy families.
Welcome back. Away from insecurity stories, the Oyo State Governor, Engineer Seyi Makinde, has sworn in the newly appointed head of service, Dr. Adenike Fashino, alongside 2 new commissioners, Dr. Idowu Yeleke and Barrister Ayobami Ojo. The swearing-in ceremony, where Governor Makinde also reshuffles the cabinet, took place at the Executive Chamber of the Governor's Office, Agodi, Ibadan. Details are presented by Governor's Office correspondent Olaliko Sulaiman.
Mrs. Adenike Ayobami Fashino, PhD,
Do solemnly swear.
Do solemnly swear.
That I will be faithful.
That I will be faithful.
And bear true allegiance to the Federal Republic of Nigeria.
And bear true allegiance to the Federal Republic of Nigeria.
The newly appointed head of service, Dr. Adenike Fashino, and 2 new commissioners, Dr. Idowu Yeleke and Barrister Ayobami Ojo, took the oath of office and allegiance administered by the Permanent Secretary, Cabinet and Services. In his address, Governor Makinde stated that the appointments were guided by the principle of merit, inclusivity, and equitable representation, describing the appointment as a call to greater service and responsibility. The governor urged the new appointees to contribute their quota towards ensuring that his administration continues to deliver on its promises to the people of Oyo State until the expiration of its tenure.
This is the 19th head of service since Oyo State was created in 1976. The new head of service is the 7th female HOS, the 3rd in quick succession, because I met Mrs. Agbala, appointed as head of service, I appointed Mrs. Roni, and then I appointed as well. This means Oyo State has fulfilled more than the 35% Beijing Declaration of Appointment of
Governor Makinde also used the occasion to announce a cabinet reshuffle. According to him, the former Commissioner for Special Duties, Alhaji Fausat Jokesani, has been redeployed to the Ministry of Investment, Trade, Cooperatives and Industry, while Dr. Idowu Oyeleke has been assigned to Ministry of Special Duties. Governor Makinde further announced that Barrister Yobami Ojo will oversee the Ministry of Budget and Economic Planning. Speaking on security, the governor expressed concern over the recent abduction of students and teachers in Orire local government area and assured residents that the state government will continue to work closely with security agencies to secure the release of the victims and strengthen security across the state.
During my short tenancy here as the governor of your state, a critical zone of Oyo State, the Barapa, has moved from no representation at the permanent secretaryship position to being the head of service. But my promise to the good people of Oyo State is that we will serve them, we will work for them until the last moment of our last day in office.
While appealing to residents to remain vigilant and promptly report suspicious activities in their communities through the toll-free emergency number 615, Governor Makinde emphasized that collective efforts are essential to preventing criminal activities and safeguarding lives and property. Olalekan Sulaiman, BCOS News.
In the meantime, the Oyo State Governor, Engineer Seyi Makinde, has inaugurated the Oyo State Climate Change Council as part of efforts to address the challenges posed by climate change in the state. The governor, who serves as the chairman of the council, unveiled other membership of the body during the inauguration event held at the executive chamber of the governor's office, Secretariat Agodi, Ibadan. Details are presented by Governor's Office correspondent Olalekan Sulaiman. Again.
Members of the newly inaugurated Oyo State Climate Change Council include the Commissioner for Environment and Natural Resources, Engineer Demola Adenito, who serves as the Vice Chairman, alongside other state commissioners, representatives of the private sector, non-governmental organizations, civil society group, and the academia. In his address, the chairman of the council, Governor Seyi Makinde, said the inauguration of the council reflects the state's commitment to the United Nations Sustainable Development Goal 13, SDG 13, which advocates urgent action to combat climate change and its impacts. The governor noted that although climate change is a global challenge, Oyo State is not immune to its effect. He emphasized that his administration remains committed to implementing measures aimed at mitigating the impact of climate change on residents and promoting environmental sustainability across the state.
We know that climate change has made our weather, especially rainfall patterns, unpredictable, which has direct impact on food security, and we're all experiencing the extreme weather conditions, especially also excessive heat sometimes. So we have to we have our work cut out to decide and implement measures which will address some of these issues.
Earlier in his remarks, the Vice Chairman of the Council and Commissioner for Environment and Natural Resources, Engineer Demola Adenito, said the Oyo State Council on Climate Change is more than a ceremonial body. He described it as a multi-stakeholder platform charged with defining clear objectives, setting achievable targets, and developing a comprehensive framework to guide climate policy, mitigation, adaptation, and resilience strategies in the state.
We also stand to enjoy a whole lot of benefits, particularly the council is going to help to drive our carbon system, our carbon effect, where we're able to earn carbon credits through carbon mitigation and emissions mitigation. The credits will earn us grants, support, and even investments of multinationals will be attracted into our state. Some of these things are part of what we expect when this council is inaugurated today by His Excellency. We're also going to use this council to initiate the work being done currently on a climate action policy document, which we just received.
Engineer Director emphasized that the reality of climate change is no longer a distant threat, but a present and growing challenge affecting ecosystem, livelihoods, public health, and critical infrastructure. He stressed the need for collective action and strategic planning to address its impact and safeguard the future for the state. Olalekan Sulaiman, BCOS News.
The state governor, Engineer Seyi Makinde, has declared Tuesday, the 16th of June 2026, a work-free day in the state to commemorate and celebrate the new Islamic calendar year, Hijrah 1448 AH. This was contained in a release signed by the Secretary to the State Government, Professor Musiba Babatunde. The governor enjoined residents to use the occasion to pray for the peace, unity, and prosperity of the state in particular and the country in general. We are due for another commercial break. News around the world will be right back. Please don't go away.
Wearing many hats takes a lot out of you. You always need all the nourishing goodness you can get. Especially if you're someone like me that is a foodie. The ultimate meal companion.
A PhD student.
Rich in B vitamins for focus. Yes, we all need it. Because every side of you deserves to be nourished.
Super Malt, Multivitamin Junior. Super Malt, Multivitamin Junior. Being mommy, simplified.
Many thanks for staying tuned. Government should declare an all-out war against terrorism by treating terrorists as enemies of the state and confronting them decisively. That was noting that the protection of citizens' lives must remain the government's highest priority. Political analyst Honorable Tallest Innocent and public affairs analyst Richard made the submission while analyzing President Bola Tinubu's Democracy Day speech on BCOS Television's Breakfast Current Affairs program, AM 120. Our reporter, Olamide Wolabi, has more.
Viewing President Bola Tinubu's Democracy Day address on AM 120, political analyst Honorable Tallest Innocent said the speech failed to adequately reflect the realities confronting many Nigerians, particularly the persistent challenge of insecurity. He described it as a major concern that terrorists are able to operate from forest, record and circulate videos online, yet remain beyond the reach of security agencies. Honorable Innocent also maintained that the nation's economic situation has worsened, leaving many citizens struggling to identify tangible benefits from the current administration. He added that the democratic principles are being weakened as many Nigerians no longer feel free to express their views without fear or intimidation.
To me, at least you must be hearing what we're saying. He's a good writer and he has written a good speech for him. Whatever they said that day does not reflect in our lives. The major issue in the country today is kidnapping, banditry. Did he address that?
He did.
He was only begging the corporates to hand over their guns, that the window is open for now, and it will not be open forever. That wasn't a hope for Nigerians. It should tell us what the country is planning to do about the bandits, the kidnappers. Telling them to hand over or submit to the government or whatever is not the issue. Did he address that issue? No. And normally, Tinubu is somebody that both him and his writers are very smart. They've written a good one, and he acknowledged every other people. But is this in really?
Also speaking on the program, public affairs analyst Bright Richard said many Nigerians have been stretched to their limit by prevailing economic hardships, stressing that government policies and decisions continue to have far-reaching consequences on the lives of citizens. He noted that the popular phrase, the youth are the leaders of tomorrow, appears increasingly disconnecting from reality, arguing that the country's leadership space remains dominated by the same generation of politicians who continue to seek public office. According to him, the foundation of a prosperous future is gradually being eroded, and self-preservation increasingly take precedence over national development and good governance.
It's very interesting. There are some parts that the president admits the current situation, that we bend, we blink, and we bleed. So if you go by these three statements, that means Nigerians have gotten to what they call the elastic limit. But he fails to realize that we can break. Even though he said we cannot break, there's no way you bend something and it's already bleeding and the next point is not possible. It's very possible. A situation where insecurity is becoming like a norm. A situation where economic pressure is much on the people. A situation where ethnically people are divided. If I'm talking, the next man listening to me is listening to me from his own tribal perspective or ethnic or religious belief. So when you bring all this together, as the number one man, as the president, there should be a possibility for him to see how to bring Nigeria
party. As part of activities marking its 25th anniversary, the IO International College and Kiddies School, Ibadan, has commissioned a 100-capacity computer-based examination hall and a motorized borehole for its host community. The projects are aimed at enhancing digital learning and improving access to portable water for residents of the area. Our reporter, Folashade Akintola, presents the details.
It was a moment of celebrations and thanksgiving as management, staff, students, parents, and guests gathered to commemorate 25 years of academic excellence and community service. The highlight of the anniversary was the commissioning of a modern computer-based examination hall and a motorized borehole project. Commissioning the computer-based examination hall, the Bishop of Ibadan North and Archbishop of Ibadan Province, the Most Reverend Williams Aladekube, commended the proprietress of the school, Dr. Ayoyinka Babatunde, for her commitment to quality education and infrastructural development. The clerics emphasized the need for parents and teachers to work together in nurturing children who will become responsible leaders and positive contributors to society.
Whatever we do it as unto God and not unto any man, because God is the rewarder of every good deed that we do.
Speaking at the event, the chairman of the occasion, Zonal Coordinator WAEC, Mr. Waheed Bamidele, described the school's investment in computer-based testing facility as a significant step towards improving educational standards.
As we all see, even as confirmed by the proprietors of the school, that the CBE exam so far has been a sort of eat-free exam, quite different from pen and paper, and that is the way to go.
In her remarks, the proprietors of the Ayo International College and Kiddies School, Dr. Ayoyinka Babatunde, expressed gratitude to God for sustaining the institution over the past 25 years. Dr. Babatunde noted that the schools has produced graduates who are excelling in various professions, including law, medicine, engineering, and public service.
As we pray that those children will be ambassadors, already we have many of them doing very well. This is an age whereby without internet, I don't think any child can cope. So it's just a right decision at the right time.
As part of its corporate social responsibility initiatives, the school also commissioned motorized borehole to provide clean and accessible water for residents of the host community. The gesture was applauded by the community leaders and residents who described it as a timely intervention. In their goodwill messages, the traditional leaders, including the Awe Mayegun of Ibadan Land, Chief Bayo Oyeo, the Bobajiro of Ibadan Land, Chief Tajuddin Aremu, the Baale of Alakia, Chief Olariwaju Oladosu, and the Mother of the Day, Dr. Adelola Falashe, commended the school's contribution to educational development.
So, succession plan. Ayoyinka, let it be paramount. The water project is not going to be enjoyed only by the school here. The environment will enjoy it. We pray that the pulse from where it is coming out will continue to flourish.
The ceremony attracted notable personalities, including the veteran labor leader, Barrister Olu Abiala, members of the school board, education stakeholders, parents, staffs, and community leaders. The projects are aimed at enhancing digital learning and improving access to potable water for the residents of the area. Folashade Akintola, BCOS News.
You're still watching news around the world on BCOS television. We're due for another commercial break. Please don't go anywhere.
The joys of life are found in moments. Moments that makes us wonder, then fill our hearts with laughter. Moments we risk it all for a craving, but the reward makes it all worth it. Moments when you remind everyone of your greatness. Moments when you feel like you need a hero. Then you realize you're the hero you've always needed.
Collect 10 unique moments and win big in the My Indomie Moments promo.
When malaria knocks you down, you can be sure parasites are having a party in your system.
Welcome to our new kingdom, guys!
Comel, an effective weapon against malaria. Attacking the parasite army directly to give you express relief and get you back on your feet effectively. Comel on malaria gone.
Glad to have you back. It was a triple celebration marked by Thanksgiving, elegance, and inspiration as family members, friends, colleagues, and well-wishers gathered to celebrate the 60th birthday of evangelist Mrs. Mary Adirike Adewale, her retirement from active service, and the launch of her book titled Women Are God's Favorites. The colorful event featured tributes, worship, and reflections on a life devoted to God, family, and selfless service by the Director of Finance and Accounts at the Broadcasting Corporation of Oyo State, BCOS, Folashade Akintola reports.
The atmosphere was filled with joy and excitement as guests, adorned in colorful attire, gathered to honor a woman many describe as an embodiment of grace, resilience, and virtue. The occasion attracted dignitaries, church leaders, family members, friends, and colleagues who came to celebrate the remarkable milestone recorded by the celebrants. The Thanksgiving service featured soul-lifting hymns, prayers, and expressions of gratitude to God for his faithfulness throughout the 6 decades of Evangelist Adewale's lives. Delivering a sermon on the theme His Mercy, Pastor Abraham Akinpelu reminded worshippers that life is a gift from God and urged them to remain thankful while serving him faithfully.
Being alive is not by wisdom, it's not by power, it's not by one's righteousness. It's just because God has been merciful unto us. And I thank God in the life of the celebrant of today. Our life is all about the mercy of God because I have the opportunity of being very close to the family. I know that everything has been because of the mercy of the Lord.
A major highlight of the event was the launch of the book Women Are God's Favorites, which attracted admiration from guests and lovers of literature. Reviewing the publication, Dr. Olubunmi Alausa described the book as insightful and enriching, noting that it emphasized the vital role women play in the stability and success of families and society.
I read the book up to 3 times before I came up with review to understand what she was trying to do. And the book is very, very enriching. I think every woman and even man supposed to get this book because the title is Women Are God's Favorite. And behind a successful man, there is a successful woman. So anybody that wants to succeed in life must nurture his wife.
In an heartfelt tribute, the celebrant husband and children describe her as a loving, virtuous, patient, and understanding woman whose unwavering commitment to family remain exemplary.
She's a virtuous woman, always very, very loving, patient, unlike some of us who are hardly patient. She's very, very patient about everything.
My mom, she's an amazing woman, a good woman, someone that you can lean to, that you can talk to, that you can speak freely to.
Also speaking at the event, Chairman of the Broadcasting Corporation of Oyo State, BCOS, Chief Mrs. Dotun Olaito, friends, colleagues, and associates also paid glowing tribute, describing Evangelist Adewale as hardworking, compassionate, accommodating, and deeply committed to the service of God and humanity.
My DFA, a good woman, a godly woman, a loyal woman, a very hard worker. There is no time I call her, official duties of course, that she doesn't answer.
She's my boss and she's a good woman. I thank God for her life and I pray God will see her through.
Speaking on the inspiration behind the book, Evangelist Mary Adewale explained that the publication was inspired by personal experience and lessons learned through life's challenges and triumphs. She expressed gratitude to God for sustaining her throughout her career and personal journey, describing the occasion as a testimony to divine grace, mercy, and faithfulness.
I've had a series of experiences that made me to determine that I'm going to write those books. Challenges in marriage, over the husband, over the children, over my life, and I relied on God and His words. And the Lord fought that battle and He won it on my behalf.
The celebration was further enclaved by musical performance, goodwill messages, presentation of gifts, and the cutting of the birthday cake, creating a memorable moment for guests and bringing the triple celebration to a fitting climax. Folashade Akintola, BCOS News.
We wish Evangelist Mrs. Adewale well in her future endeavors. 29-year-old Boluwatife Babalola should be looking forward to building her future after graduating from a Nigerian university. Instead, she is fighting for her life and appealing for financial support to undergo a kidney transplant. Since her health reportedly deteriorated shortly after graduation in 2024, she has depended on frequent dialysis sessions and regular blood transfusions while awaiting the life-saving procedure. Our reporter, Adeola Oladele, tells the story.
29-year-old Boluwatife Babalola walked into the Broadcasting Corporation of Oyo State, BCOS, seeking not employment or opportunity, but a chance to survive. Boluwatife's life took an unexpected turn shortly after completing her studies in 2024, when she was diagnosed with a severe kidney-related illness. Since then, she has been battling the condition, relying on regular dialysis and blood transfusions to stay alive, while hoping for a permanent solution.
I'm 29 years old and I graduated from Dominion University. So it happened like 2024 October, the week to my convocation. I was supposed to go for my convocation that week. I just noticed that my stomach was heavy, as in it looked swollen, but I didn't even count it as anything. So people said it is blood, so they took me to the hospital. So when I got there, they said they gave me 2 pounds of blood, but still the same thing. So they referred me to UCH. So when I got to emergency at UCH, After like 2 days, they diagnosed me of kidney failure.
According to her, medical experts have recommended an urgent kidney transplant as the only viable option to save her life. However, the procedure and associated medical expenses are estimated at about 45 million naira, an amount far beyond the financial capacity of a family.
You say that as soon as possible because of the dialysis is too much. So I should try to get the transplant done as quick as possible. I want people to help me because even all my family, because it's not easy for them. As all of them, they don't know what to do again. Even every day, mommy used to cry. Every day, she cried every day because she said, I'm too young for all this. So we don't even know where we want to get the money. I just want people to help me. It's God help I need now. I need people's help. It's people help and God help. That's all my only hope now. There's no other hope for me.
As the race against time continues, Boluwatife is appealing to well-meaning Nigerians, corporate organizations, philanthropists, and charitable groups to come to her aid. Individuals willing to support a kidney transplant and ongoing medical treatment can contact the News and Current Affairs Department of the BCOS or make donations through the account details displayed on the screen. For Boluwatife, every contribution represents a renewed hope for survivor and a chance to reclaim her earth, dreams, and future. Adeola Oladele, BCOS News.
We have another commercial break. Please stay tuned.
Remember how mom used to wake up before everybody to make breakfast, iron our uniform? I'm surprised that woman with something special.
Treasure Mom this 2026 with a trip to Zanzibar in the 3 Crowns Mom of the Year competition. Write a note using each letter in your mom's name and upload with a photo of 5,000 naira worth of 3 Crowns products on our website or at any of our collection centers. T's and C's apply. 3 Crowns Milk. Healthy moms, happy families.
Our bodies get serums, washes, lotions, cleansers, scrubs, but underarms only get deodorant? That's why our new breakthrough formula contains pure hyaluron and vitamin C to deeply care for your underarms for a softer and even skin tone in 2 weeks. With 72-hour sweat and odor protection, try the new Nivea Derma Control Natural Tone because your underarms deserve more. Nivea is for skin.
Confidence is important in life's little moments. Strong teeth can help, even if they get her into trouble sometimes. A great smile is useful to break the ice, and making friends is easier when you know you have fresh breath. I give my family confidence with Pepsodent Triple Protection 123. Its antibacterial action formula gives them cavity protection, white teeth, and fresh breath. Get whiter teeth with the new Pepsodent Natural Charcoal Toothpaste.
The joys of life are found in moments. Moments that makes us wonder, then fill our hearts with laughter. Moments we risk it all for a craving, but the reward makes it all worth it. Moments when you remind everyone of your greatness. Moments when you feel like you need a hero. Then you realize you're the hero you've always needed.
Collect 10 unique moments and win big in the My Indomie Moments promo.
No worries, make up. Mogo Bible.
Victor, even you, they use money point.
Of course now, they use money points.
Confirm.
Money Point, made for your progress.
Welcome back. We now go over to the sports segment of the news. Please stay tuned.
Good evening and welcome. I am Victor Pone, here to take you around the ever-exciting world of sports.
To start with the news, the German champions FC Bayern Munich have completed the signing of Moroccan striker Ismail Saibari from PSV Eindhoven in a deal worth 55 million euros. This transfer brings an end to weeks of speculation surrounding the highly rated striker, with Bayern moving swiftly to secure his services ahead of the new season. He is expected to undergo a medical in the United States before the move is officially announced by the Bundesliga giants. The The 24-year-old enjoyed an impressive spell with PSV, establishing himself as one of the most exciting talents in European football and showing the world what is made of with his goal in Morocco's opening game against Brazil. Real Madrid have announced the £51.8 million signing of Chelsea defender Marco Cucurella on a 6-year deal. The 27-year-old is currently with Spain at the World Cup in the United States, Canada and Mexico, but an agreement worth £47.5 million with a further £4.3 million in add-ons was struck before the formal announcement today. Cucurella, who joined Chelsea for £63 million from Brighton in 2022, was understood to have been keen to return to Spain, having come through Barcelona's academy. He had been linked with Atletico de Madrid and moved back to Barcelona. The Catalan had also given an interview during the March international break, criticizing Chelsea's hierarchy following Enzo Maresca's mid-season departure. He was part of a core group of Spanish-speaking players who are frustrated by the situation and struggle to perform under his successor, Liam Rosenio. We now wrap up with the news that Ruben Amorim has a total agreement with AC Milan to become their new head coach. The former Manchester United boss is set to sign a 2-year deal, which includes the option of a further year. The move is set to save United millions in compensation. The cost of sacking Amorim and his coaching staff was worth up to £15.9 million, but that will be reduced if he starts a new job. Amorim faces a reunion with Manchester United as the two clubs are due to meet in pre-season on August 15 in Poland.
And that's your sport update on news around the world. I am Victor Opune. Thanks for watching.
Thanks, Victor. Pakistani police commandos have fatally shot an Australian girl and severely wounded her father and brother after mistaking them for armed thieves. Foreign desk editor for Lashadi Akintola compiled the story and others as presented by Khadija Lawal.
Hania Hamed, a grade 4 student from Perth, was killed on Wednesday in the city of Chakwal when Punjab Police Elite Force personnel opened fire, authorities said. Her father, Adel Hamed, 39, and 11-year-old brother, Afan, sustained severe injuries while her mother escaped unhurt. Police said the family were trying to flee in their rental car after thieves tried to rob them at gunpoint. Australian Prime Minister Anthony Albanese, who gave the girl's age as 9, told journalists that his government expects there to be transparency and the proper investigation of these circumstances. Authorities said the officer who fired on the family has been remanded in custody, while the two robbery suspects were killed in a separate shootout. Meanwhile, a woman has died in what appears to be a tragic extreme sports accident in Brazil. 3 men have been arrested over the incidents in which instructors failed to attach a rope to her before helping her jump from a bridge in Sao Paulo state. Footage went viral over the weekend of Maria Eduarda, 21, being carried to the edge of the abandoned bridge before being let go on Saturday. She fell 40 kilometers and emergency services pronounced her dead at the scene. Police are now investigating whether the men are culpable of homicide with eventual intent when someone does not have the direct intention but assumes the risk of killing, local news site reports. The incident happened in Ponte do Esquelito on the border of Limeira and Cordeirópolis in the interior of Sao Paulo, Brazil. When she is cast off the bridge, an onlooker screams at the instructors to attach a cord. The 3 men were wearing harnesses that appear to be attached to a security rope. Maria Eduarda was buried the following day. And lastly, an Oslo district court has sentenced Marius Borg Høiby, the stepson of Norway's crown prince, Akon, to 4 years in prison for rape and other crimes. Høiby, 29, became part of the royal family when his mother, Mette Marit, married Akon in 2001. The court convicted Høiby of 2 counts of rape as well as domestic violence against his former partner, Nora Auckland, and narcotics offenses. He was acquitted on 2 separate rape counts, with judges finding insufficient proof that the encounters were non-consensual. One of the rapes he was convicted of took place in the basement of the Crown Prince's official's Kagom residence. When denying the rape charges, Høiby had pleaded guilty to domestic abuse and transporting 3.5 kilograms of marijuana in 2020. The 7-week trial captivated Norway, laying bare Høiby's struggles with drug addiction, self-recorded footage of intimate encounters, and the truth of more than 800 electronic messages submitted as evidence. Høiby, who has been in custody since February 1, did not attend the reading of the verdict in person, citing undisclosed medical reasons. Khadija Lawal, BCOS News.
To end news around the world, here again are the top stories. The federal government has begun the mass trial of suspects charged with alleged terrorism-related offences at the Federal High Court in Abuja. The Oyo State Governor, Engineer Seyi Makinde, has sworn in the newly appointed head of service, Dr. Adenike Fashino, alongside two new commissioners, Dr. Idowu Oyeleke and Barrister Ayobami Ojo. We also told you that Pakistani police commandos have fatally shot an Australian girl and severely wounded her father and brother after mistaking them for armed thieves. BCOS TV is now on Niger TV app. You can watch us from any part of the world. The BCOS website is also live. Kindly visit us at www.bcostv.com. Alternatively, you can watch us on GoTV, channel 134, and on StarTimes, channel 113. Now, before I go, don't join hoodlums in threatening the peaceful coexistence of the country, for it is only in an atmosphere of peace that development thrives. Many thanks for watching. That ends News Around the World. See you next time.
Before, my family can go 1 week without drama. 1 week, one wahala. Mama, brother, papa, sister, before. Any beef supposed stay inside bottle.
Maggi Star is crafted from fermented soybeans, onions, chili flakes.